Okay, squeeze 15 pounds into this thing. 1/8 chamber. 3-inch paster, and I got a 1-inch over here I might try to hit. So for about 8 yards.
But it's that's I know the no. But it's not like literally you have like 100 yards and then there's a gong hanging. Okay.
There you go, 15 rounds. Paster, HK45. Tactical. Wanted to show on this micro comp, it can get pretty nasty. I have fired probably about 200 rounds since I've played with this thing as far as cleanup. I get this out of the way. Micro comp, it's awesome. It's accurate, as just shown. This can get gunky. This, whenever you have a ported or whatever slide, I noticed that I had a Shield 45 PC and it was ported, and they spray dirty. I'm gonna loosen this up just a little bit. And so you put one of these on your barrel. They recommend blue or red Loctite. So they assume you're just going to clean it like this when you clean it. The only part I see that I can't get into real good is this back corner towards the end of the muzzle there. So I'm going to loosen all this shit up, like I said. And even to get this thing to be free, it's a little gravelly, I will say. So I don't want it to puddle too much in there. So you're going to have to play with it this way. I like getting my extractor with my little brush I got. And I'm just going to let that sit. I'm going to do that last. I'm going to let that kind of get some of that shit out of there. I don't want a bunch of oil in my firing pin area, but just want to loosen that up. And I'll take my 9mm bore brush basically and get these edges. Okay, I'm going to let that kind of just sit for a little bit. But let me get some patches going. And I really love this thing. Is it more accurate with this weight on the end of the barrel like this? And disperses the energy a little better or whatever? I can't see that really happen as far as dispersing the energy. But it is cool. As far as the cool factor, I don't want to puddle up around my sights. This is a sight upgrade as well. The TFX Pro orange ring. Love it. I think it's changed this gun tremendously for me because I've got it on about 3 of my other firearms, my LC9S, PPQ M2, and Q5 match. And I had them on an HK40 I used to have. Since have traded off because of ammo. I'm trying to limit my calibers, so I'm not buying a shit ton of everything. It is nice, I believe, ever in a prepper situation or whatnot, to have as many different calibers without going broke as you can in case ammo gets really scarce and you can only get what you can only get. So watch, won't be able to grab that back. There it is. So anyway, yeah, it's a little bit more of a bitch to clean, but it is doable. Got my little Starbucks stir stick here. I love these things. Cut them at an angle and they work really good. Get in your slides and everything. So, good stuff. But pretty dirty shit. So anyway, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm not going to sit here and clean my gun. You can go watch somebody else do that. I just want to show how I clean this. I already did run a 45 bore snake through that by Hoppies. I like the Viper. It has the triple brush, so it works pretty good. What am I looking for? 9mm. Let's see here. This does disperse beautifully. I mean, it's really cool. I haven't been out at nighttime yet because my range won't allow that. And where I live, I can't go fire my gun out in the backyard here. So I will. There is some night matches. This is winter, but when season starts back up, I will be hitting up some of those. So ought to be pretty neat. I try to do a low light thing, what you just saw. I pitched a little, kind of a little tent at the range to get some darkness, and it was kind of a dark day, and I went about it that way, but kind of cool. And accuracy-wise, I'm all about, you know, higher calibers, 45, 40. The heavier, I'm not saying like a ton of weight, but the heavier, the better, I feel. Handles the recoil better and just keeps you on target a little better. That's just me. I could be totally wrong, but I know it works for me. But that does the job. Little 9mm, little 9 brush, and just keep up on it. I don't want it to get too bad. If I just keep firing, it's just going to cake up like an AR, and you might not be able to get some of that shit out of there unless you were literally to soak it. I found a color that is really close to this. It was funny too because I saw this color, looked at many Walmart racks, many Ace Hardware, well, you name it. And I found this at Ollie's. I was shopping there with my wife. We were just blown away at how much different shit there is at Ollie's. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but anyway, I'm not pumping Ollie's. I'm just saying. I found this can, and I think I paid $1 for it. And they call it, a nutmeg. What is it? Satin nutmeg. And man, it matches pretty darn good, I will say. These are two different ones too. I just got a SIG NRA edition FD or Coyote, and it doesn't match the slide either. I'm gonna put something else on there if it starts wearing. But that's a pretty darn good match. So I may spray this and put some durable clear coat on it. I'm an auto body guy, so I'll hit the painter up at the shop and get a good clear on there and not overkill it. And if I scratch it, I don't care. I just I like the cool factor. And it's good to go. But anyway, I just want to show what I do on that. If you're wondering, well, how the hell would you clean it? That's how I do it. Extractor brush. A brass brush, basically flattened out. That's the only thing I really use a brass brush on, but I will. It gets in there perfectly, like a little centipede. I picked up the +3. It's actually a +4. You can get 14 rounds in that sucker, and with the 10 rounds, you can get the with the 10 rounder, you can get 11 rounds. And I also picked up this bugger. Makes it a little bit of a pain to clean, but nothing too bad. I will leave it on till maybe 1,500 rounds, whatnot, 2,000 rounds, and then take it off and clean it and reinstall.